rock, Dan.
Pulpit rock. Wow. Look at all those rocks down there. It's just like a... And there it is. It's just hazy out.
Yeah, all the time.
You know what the worst is around here are roads. Even last night it was like quiet when we went to bed.
You can hear the traffic.
But then like by 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, all you can hear is like the interstate. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The reality of Pennsylvania is that you only do this once a day. So far, I'm sure we're going to get a couple more today. We're going 19 miles, but we've been doing 20 plus mile days almost every day in PA. We've only done one day, I think, that was 17. But even yesterday, we didn't have anything like this. It's not bad. You just really, the best policy is to just take your time. Go slow. It's not that long. It's not that bad. You don't lose that much time in the day. You can make it up on some of the smoother, faster trail. We still, even with rocks, we still hold 2.5 miles per hour. Hanging out with people, everything. We're able to keep a really good, solid, and consistent pace. 2.5 is really comfortable at this point for us. Today we got bluegrass on trail, and she's hiking with I can't remember the lady's name. I'll get it here in a minute, and I'll get that back to you. Shadowing. So that lady we were hiking with earlier, her name was I Believe, and her husband is Jimmy, and Jimmy does the YouTube videos where he interviews people on the AT. I think his YouTube channel is Jimmy on VAT, so check him out. He interviewed us today, which was cool, He and a group of other folks were doing some trail magic, and that was much appreciated. And now we're just doing some rock hiking. Back to just regular old trail. The rocks haven't been that bad today. I don't even know if there's been a cumulative mile of bad rocks. They just take a little bit of time to get over. We take our time through them just so we don't roll anything or, slip. Whatever can happen here in rocks. Now tomorrow is going to be different because tonight, so it's Wednesday night, and I don't know if I said it already. Today's day 83, I believe. Anyway, tonight, or is it day 84? I guess it's day 84. So yeah, tonight we are expecting heavy rain until 8 a.m. And then after it rains, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. There's supposed to be a half inch of rain during the day tomorrow. Apparently we're going to hike into Palmerton tomorrow. And there's like a restaurant downtown and a place you can camp. I think there's even a hostel and a shower. So who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. It could be that we hike down to Palmerton and then camp out there, especially if it's going to rain into the evening, which it's supposed to. And then apparently there's some ridiculous wall coming out of Palmerton, and it's partially like a handed climb, so it's like a scramble. So we're gonna do that. I don't know. That might be what we're doing on Friday. So hopefully we'll get to Palmerton tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do with this rain. We're heading to a shelter right now. It's been a long day. I'm going to end up tackling, I think, 19 miles today. And I'm ready for it to be done. I'm ready to sit down, eat, and then go to bed. But this is what Pennsylvania Trail looks like. It's crazy because last night we went to bed and it was really quiet. It was nice. Felt like we were going to bed in some kind of deep area of the woods. But by like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it sounded like there was an interstate roaring by, like less than a mile away. I'd say a mile, but I mean, you can tell the different cars and stuff from listening. And that's kind of been like I think the story, like people are all like, oh, Pennsylvania is all about the rocks. Yeah, it's rocky. I think there's been rocks since Virginia. Maryland, even in its 40 miles of glory, there were some difficult rocky sections. So, for percentage of trail, I'm sure Maryland had more rocks. But I think the real story of Pennsylvania, and I think it's the story of coming out of the Shenandoahs in Virginia through Maryland. So Virginia, Northern Virginia, PA, Maryland. It's just, there's just too many damn cars around. I mean, it's just kind of like I can't wait to get out of here. It's pretty. It's a tunnel. I hate to complain because I'm outside living somebody's dream, living my own dream. But the real problem is that we're in this like urban interface, and like when you get down to like the rivers, you don't want to drink the water. So the only time the water's really safe is when you're on top of these little mountains. I don't know. I feel like, and this is my opinion, I'm sure people are going to complain who are AT purists, but I think the trail needs to move out to that Tuscarora Trail. Someone said that the Tuscarora Trail was developed, and that ends in Duncannon, but they said it was developed so that when Virginia develops and Maryland develops, the trail isn't going right through developments. And at this point, I mean, it might as well be. I feel like you're supposed to be out in the woods, and I don't know, there's just a lot of, you cross a lot of highways, and the whole time you're on trail you just hear a lot of noise, like a lot of cars. I don't mind the trains so much. Trains are all over rural America. And you hear them every day. Like, the only place you don't hear a train every morning is in the middle of the Smokies. I mean, even going through the Knock, even though that's not like a, I think that's actually like a tourist railroad. I mean, there's just trains everywhere. You're going to hear them. The cars, the roaring. Like, you probably can't hear it on camera. I can hear it right now. I can hear the roaring of some highway on both sides of the ridge. And it's just like, that's what I hear in my house. Anyway. So yeah, will the trail ever move? It was designed to be moved, and I think it needs to move. When you look at the great state of Pennsylvania, you can see that, the ridges run far into the north, up into New York. And maybe one of these days, the trail will turn out of the Shenandoahs and then head out into that I think it's the George Washington National Forest in Virginia and West Virginia, and actually get back into, even though that area could be heavily populated, I don't know. I'm just rambling. You'll see what I'm saying if you get out here.